Welcome, everyone. In business, one of the biggest challenges is figuring out who your customers are. You really can't just sell to everybody. So today, we're going to break down a really powerful marketing strategy that helps you find the right customers and give them exactly what they're looking for. So let's start with a little challenge. Imagine you want to open a new coffee shop in a super busy place like Causeway Bay. Who are you going to sell coffee to? Is it everyone who walks past your door? Probably not. Hong Kong is packed with businesses, so how do you find your perfect customers in that massive crowd? Here's the simple truth. You just can't please everyone, and you shouldn't even try. In business, if you try to sell to everybody, you often end up making nobody happy, and you waste a ton of money and energy. The much smarter way is to have a clear plan, a strategy, to find that specific group of people who will absolutely love what you do. Okay, so here's our roadmap. It's called the Customer-Driven Marketing Strategy, and it's basically 4 simple steps. As you can see, the first 2 steps are all about choosing which customers we want to serve. And the next 2, that's about deciding how we're going to create real value for them. Let's start at the beginning. The very first step is actually pretty simple. We need to take the big total market and divide it into smaller, more manageable groups. This is called segmentation. Now, the key idea here is we're not just splitting people up randomly. We're carefully organizing a huge crowd into smaller, focused teams. The whole point is to put people with similar needs or similar wants together in one group so we can understand them a lot better. So to create these groups, we've got a toolbox with 4 main tools. You can see them in the table here: geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Just think of these as 4 different ways to look at and sort our customers. Let's check them out. So these are our 4 big tools: geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Let's go through each of these one by one, and we'll keep using our Hong Kong coffee shop example to make it super clear. First up, geographic. This one's all about location, where people are. For example, if your coffee shop is in a busy office area like Central, you might sell a lot of quick lunch sets. But if your shop is in a residential area, say Tsinghua, you might focus more on relaxing weekend brunches. The needs are different depending on the place. Next, demographic. This is about who the people are. Think about it, a university student, well, they might just want a cheap, fast coffee to take to class. But an office worker having an important business meeting, they might want a high-quality, maybe more expensive coffee. It's the same product, coffee, but the customer's needs are totally different. Now, psychographic. This one goes a little deeper. This is about why people buy. It's about their lifestyle, their personality. Maybe your customers are super trendy and want a coffee shop that looks amazing on their Instagram. Or maybe they're very health conscious and are looking for organic coffee options. And finally, behavioral. This is all about how your customers act. Do they buy coffee every single morning on the way to work, or is it just a special treat for them on a Saturday? You could even think about loyalty here, like maybe you give a special discount to customers who use their Octopus card to pay every day. Okay, so we've divided the market up. We've got our groups. But wait a minute, just creating a group isn't enough. We have to ask a really important question. Is this group actually a good one for our business to focus on? To figure that out, you can use this simple 5-point checklist. First, is it measurable? Can you actually count how many people are in this group? Second, is it accessible? Can you reach these customers with your marketing? Third, is it substantial? Is the group big enough to actually make a profit? Fourth, is it differentiable? Are their needs really and truly different from other groups? And last, is it actionable? Do you have the money and skills to actually create a product for them? So, let's move on to the next step. After dividing the whole crowd into different groups, you now have to choose which group or maybe groups you're gonna focus on. This is called targeting. You've got a few choices here. First, you could try undifferentiated marketing. That's selling one single product to absolutely everyone. Pretty rare. Or you could use differentiated marketing. A great example is a supermarket like Park & Shop. They have their own cheap house brands, but they also sell expensive imported organic food. That's different products for different segments. Another way to go is concentrated or niche marketing. This is when you focus on just one small, very specific group. For our coffee shop, maybe you decide to only sell very high-end hand-drip coffee for true coffee experts. This is a great strategy for small companies. You can be a big fish in a small pond. And the most focused strategy of all, is micro-marketing. This is about getting really, really personal. For example, you could create a special lunch combo that's designed only for the workers in that one specific office building right next to your coffee shop. Okay, now we get to the final part, and maybe the most important part, making your business special, making it memorable in the minds of the customers you've chosen to target. Differentiation is all about answering one simple question. Why should a customer choose your coffee shop and not the Starbucks or Pacific Coffee right next door? You have to find a way to be different and a way to be better. And after you've figured out how you're different, you need to make sure your customers see it that way. That brings us to positioning. This is all about winning a specific space inside your customer's brain. When they think of a certain need, you want them to think of you. For example, are you the cheapest coffee, the highest quality coffee, or maybe the friendliest coffee shop? Let's think bigger for a second. What are you really selling? It's not just a cup of hot liquid, right? What is the special promise, the unique benefit, what we call the value proposition, that you're offering to your customers? And this is the perfect example. Look at IKEA. They don't just sell furniture. Their position is the life improvement store. They're selling the promise of a better, more organized life at home. Now that's a powerful value proposition. So for our coffee shop, you have to decide on your unique position. Are you the fastest coffee for busy people in Central? Or the best place for students to study with free Wi-Fi? Or maybe the most beautiful coffee for Instagram? You've got to choose one clear value proposition if you really want to win in the market. And to finish up, let's make this personal. Think about your favorite bubble tea brand here in Hong Kong. There are so many of them. So why do you choose that one? Is it the cheapest? The tastiest? Does it have the most creative flavors? That reason, whatever it is in your mind, that's its position. And now you know exactly how these companies build it.